Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Crazy Women Country. I'm Donna, and today we are here with Shelly Fairchild. How are you doing?
I am excellent. How are you?
Awesome. I am doing awesome. It's a beautiful day here in Florida.
Actually, it's a beautiful day in Nashville. I think it's like 60 degrees outside, which we've had cold and all gray. So this is nice. It's a welcome shine.
Wonderful. Nice change of pace then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we love to start off with the most difficult question of all. What? Who is Shelly Fairchild?
Who is Shelly Fairchild? Well, I'm a girl from Mississippi, and I grew up with a mom and a dad and a sister in the house, and I grew up singing in church, and I was in show choir in high school and started doing musical theater, and actually started doing that professionally, which is what helped me to save money to move to Nashville, Tennessee. And I moved to Nashville and got a record deal on Sony and made a country record, put that out, toured around the country with some awesome acts, Rascal Flatts, Keith Urban, Tim McGraw, you name it, my friend Shooter Jennings, like a lot of different awesome acts. And then lost my record deal, and maybe due to the fact that I was a lesbian in 2005, that wasn't so cool. So not that it's so cool now, but to me it's cool. To them, maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, so then I started doing independent music and putting out records on. I had an independent label deal, and then I just started putting records out on my own when that kind of went away. And I write a lot for TV now and film stuff. So I got a lot of my songs on that. Not necessarily country songs, but a lot of different kinds of songs. And I sing backgrounds. I sang on the road for a couple of years with Martina Mcbride, and I've been on some records, Jason Aldean, Eric Church, Trace Adkins, Tanya Tucker, Crystal Gale, some different people. So, and I'm also on the road this summer again with Lennon Stella, whom I love dearly. She's a pop artist. And I don't know, I love horses, and I'm a crafty one. I like my dog.
Beautiful. I like that bio.
And I'm married. Yay.
Yay. No, marriage is good. People that are married don't get it.
What's that?
People that aren't married don't always get that.
No, and sometimes when you are married, you think that it's definitely not good. But this marriage is good. Your marriage is good. My marriage is good. My wife is in music tech, so that's really fun. Her name is Deborah, and she took my last name, so that's really fun. We're the Fairchilds, Fairchilds, D-A, Fairchilds. That's what I like to say.
It's so cool the way you say it. Yeah.
I'm goofy.
Oh, so what is, as far as your sync goes, since that's what you've been doing a lot lately, what is your favorite, most recent that you have out?
Ooh, well, this was actually last year, but I had a song in Grey's Anatomy, which I really loved. Honestly, like when I started watching Grey's Anatomy when it first came out, that's where I heard like Brandi Carlile songs, and a lot of my like people that I love had songs on there. So that was a big goal, to have songs in there. And so that was super exciting when I got that placement. Also, one of my favorite shows on television, it's kind of raunchy, but it's called Shameless. And I had a song in Shameless, and I was so excited because I love that crazy show. I keep wanting to have a song in Yellowstone, but the season's over and I didn't get one in there. Hoping for next season.
You're gonna have to get one for next season, yeah.
I know, for sure. I've actually been kind of writing towards like that vibe because there's a lot of Ryan Bingham in there. I think Haley Witters had a song in there. That's some really cool music. I think Chris Stapleton did too. So I'm hoping to get that next year. But
yeah, I feel this empowerment song for like that should come out. Yeah, that's just me, my thought. Yeah.
I know, right? It's like, of course it has to, whatever. I had this one song that I kept thinking I would get in there called Hurricane that I put out last year towards the end of the year. And I love the song, and I kept hearing it, and everywhere I go and play it, I'd be like, I really want this to be in Yellowstone. I was trying to manifest it, but it didn't happen.
Okay, well, maybe now we're still manifesting it. So yeah, maybe it will now be on Yellowstone, and maybe Kevin Costner will see this, and I'll try to market it. I think
they for another season. I mean, it's such a great show. But I've had some songs in American Ninja Warrior and Queer Eye, and some really cool placements. I'm super happy.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's so awesome. So tell us, obviously we know how you started singing, but who are some of the women that have inspired you and do inspire you today?
My girl, Martina Mcbride. I used to sing at the top of my lungs with my windows rolled down, driving out to the barn. After high school, I'd go like most days out and take care of the horses. And Martina was always a singer that I wanted to sound like. So it's crazy that I've had the opportunity to sing. Influences, Dolly Parton, Martina. I have to say,
hold on, we're breaking up.
Aerosmith. What's that?
I think we just broke up a little bit.
Oh, we did? Did we break up?
Yep, but we're back.
Are we? Okay. So I grew up listening to Martina Mcbride and Dolly Parton. Since I was a little girl, I've been singing Dolly Parton songs. I'm a child of the 80s, so I was really influenced by Madonna and who else? Amy Grant, that's my girl. High school, I loved Lauryn Hill and Trisha Yearwood. I mean, it just runs the gamut, right? Yeah. From way over here to way over here. Aretha Franklin. I've got Janis Joplin, Steven Tyler. Who else? I mean, that's a good list right there, right?
I think that's a great list. I mean, yeah, growing up in the 80s and 90s there, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. If you didn't listen to at least half of those, where were you in those years? I mean, really.
I know, that's the truth. I mean, there's so many more, but that's kind of a solid right there.
Wonderful. So would you like to get into the crazy 20 questions?
Sure. Shoot. Okay.
As I said, there's no right or wrong answer. Well, maybe.
Okay.
So
I'm prepared.
So what's the last thing you read?
The last thing I read, I am currently reading the newest Brene Brown book. I got it for Christmas, but I can't remember the title of it. What is it called? The Heart? Do you know?
I say it wrong. Yeah. I know which book you're talking about.
What book is that? Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Brene Brown.
But I know which one it is. I'll put it in the description. I promise.
It's a brand new. Yes, it's Brene's brand new book. I just got it for my sister-in-law for Christmas. But I can't. The Alchemy of the Heart or something like that, or the something of the heart. Oh no, I don't know. It's something.
Something like that. Yeah, because that's like
a map. It's like a map and the anatomy. I don't know what it's called. That's the one. It's great.
Beautiful. I'll read it now. See
that, and actually, I've really gotten into Young Pueblo. You know who I'm talking about? That Joker is really like, makes you think.
Yeah.
There you go.
Perfect. There are your book recommendations as well.
Yes.
Hypothetically, if I came to you and said I need to hide a dead body, do you know a good place?
I don't know how to answer that, because if I say yes, then it sounds like I might be kind of into that. There's a lot of construction going on in Nashville, and from all that I've learned watching Ozark.
Oh, another good show. Just started that.
Had a dead body in like a construction site, but you didn't hear that from me. I'm just saying, like, it's television. It's corrupting.
I'm really glad you mentioned that. I just started watching that recently, and I just want to tell you, I was feeling a Breaking Bad conversion theory here, like something totally different but similar, and I was like, "Oh, I like it."
It's so good, but why? Why am I obsessed? with these types of shows.
I don't know.
I know.
What's the best concert or top 2 concert you've been to?
Woo! Ooh. Top 2. Adele. I saw her right before the pandemic hit. And I would have to say, like, honestly, Alabama was really good at the Bridgestone Arena last year. We went to see Alabama. Martina opened for them, and I hadn't seen them live ever.
Wow.
Ever. And I mean, granted, it's Alabama. Like, you look around, you're like, everyone knows every word to these songs. And I only say them because there's something like about my childhood that it just like flooded over me the entire time that they were on stage. So I am not, my dad's a huge Alabama fan. I loved Alabama growing up, but I'm not always thinking like I want to go follow Alabama around. But it was amazing. It was amazing to hear everybody singing every word. There's something so powerful about that. So I hate that I just said Adele and Alabama in the same.
I think it shows the complexity of who we are as people.
That is so weird.
Yeah. Those are 2 great ones.
Oh, wait. I got to say, though, hold on. Alabama. Okay, Alabama for the experience, but Adele, and I saw Brandy Carlisle, and I know that's just everybody's on the Brandy Carlisle wagon, but let me just say, I saw her perform at a benefit, and I cried the entire time. Every song, all the notes, their camaraderie, the musicianship, I just cried. And I was with Martina, and we kept grabbing each other's hands and like like squeezing each other's hands. It was amazing. Like, she's really amazing as a musician and a writer and a singer.
Okay.
That's
Those
it.
are the top 3.
I know. I'm sorry. You said 2.
We could go on all day, I'm sure. Between us, and we could just ask questions back and forth. So.
And honestly, on Adele, the thing about Adele is you know how like you see all those videos of like kids screaming and crying when they see Michael Jackson or something?
Yeah.
It's like she came out of the floor and I was overwhelmed, like kind of welled up with tears. Like, and it's not really because she's so like, I don't know. I didn't grow up listening to her or anything like that, but like she's very, very powerful in her delivery and in her presence. And there's something that's so genuine about her, you know? And so she comes out of the floor and you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm so in awe of her gift. And I think that's what it was. It was like, it just like bowled me over. So I didn't cry, but I did feel a little teary.
Okay. So remember, if I ever go to concerts with you, we're going to have to bring tissues apparently.
I mean, for real, like I'm an emotional bag.
Oh, so what's the first thing you would do if you won the lottery?
I would buy a ranch and move my parents onto it with us.
So cool.
That's my dream. I want to be by my parents again, but I don't want them to be in Mississippi. I want them to be here. So.
Cool. So tell us something on your bucket list.
Something on my bucket list is to go to Ireland, which is where my ancestors are from. So, well, one of the places. So yes, we're actually talking about a trip in another year because my parents are celebrating a big anniversary. And so we're thinking about going, and that's on the bucket list. I'm really excited about that.
So awesome.
I know.
What job would you be terrible at?
What job would I be terrible at? Oh, a math teacher. Oh, God, forget it. Like, forget me in math. And one of my good friends is a math teacher. Her name's Lori. And she would agree. I would be a terrible math teacher. And then I would just like try to entertain the kids and like make them laugh or something. And they would fail. I would fail. I'd be fired. It'd be a mess.
But it'd be fun at least, you know?
Oh my gosh. Whatever. I'd have them like learning a musical or something. not about math.
There is counting in music, though. Think about it. There is math in music.
I know there is, but it's like, it's disguised. It's disguised.
So you'll have to, that's it. That's the trick to that, I guess.
I have to learn.
So what's your game plan for zombie apocalypse?
Well, I learned on it was not Dr. Death, whatever that podcast is, the whole zombie kill thing. I learned how to do that. I learned. So now I'm prepared. Although I don't own the kind of dagger that I need for this situation, I did on a road trip one time to New Mexico to see my friend Lisa Carver. Felt that I might need some type of weapon because we were driving in the middle of the night, and I was like, let's stop and get a knife. I'll get a knife. So instead of getting like something that actually could harm somebody, I found like this decorative pocket knife that has like New Mexico or Oklahoma, or it has something on it. And it's all like carved in there. And my wife's like, I don't think that's hurting anybody. So I think I need to work on my zombie apocalypse game plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you need some tools. We got that.
Yeah.
Well, so what album or albums or artists should we listen to before we die?
Albums, or artists. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Albums. Oh man, here you go. Well,
you pick artists too, because I'm terrible with trying to remember the name on the spot. I'll be like, right? That one that came out in like 94. Yeah.
Carla Bonoff. Patty Griffin. Let me think. The Beatles. Garth Brooks. Yeah. Aretha Franklin. Ray Charles. Etta James. I said Dolly Parton, right? That's my girl.
That's always
Loretta Lynn. Gotta hear Loretta Lynn. What'd you say?
Dolly's always in the list, because if not, I'm gonna have to be vicious on people or something. I don't know, because if you don't like Dolly, we have issues.
Tina Turner. Yeah. And I'm trying to think of more like songwriters that I love too. Jim Croce. I don't know, a lot of records.
Oh, great. That's a good start. We're going to come back for episode 2, 3, 5, and 10. So
I know, right? Woo! Should have prepared.
Oh, it's all good. That's why they're fun, crazy questions.
It's funny too. Like I love new artists, but I really go to old records because I think of like full spectrum, mm-hmm. like the whole story and who we bought into, like Dolly Parton. It's not just one piece of music. And like now you think of artists and you're like, I love that one song, but like you don't really know a full scope of who they are because you don't live with the records like you used to, so
absolutely. And when you mention records, since they're becoming more popular again, I remember as a kid the first thing I had was the 45s and 33s, and it was like the first record I remember getting was actually Leslie Gore and Dolly Parton.
Aww.
So
I have all my records right in here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come house sit and then I can just play your records. We're good.
Yeah, for sure. Girl, put your records on. I used to like that song. Corinne Bailey Rae, and that is it.
Yeah, that's who that sings. Yeah, it's a good song. So who would play you?
Lynn and Stella. You got to listen to those records. Lynn and Stella. That's my girl. That's what I've been obsessed with lately. Lennon. And I was really, really stoked on the Taylor Swift record, Folklore, over the pandemic.
I think we all were.
Puts me in a good space. Mm-hmm. I was doing puzzles, like 1,000-piece puzzles every day, getting new puzzles going, listening to Folklore.
Good stuff. Who would play you in a movie of your life?
Oh. Probably the girl from Schitt's Creek. What's her name? Phoebe from Schitt's Creek. I don't know her real name, but that's the name of the show. Because we kind of look alike, like with our pointy chins and stuff, and our vibe.
Perfect. Yeah, I could see that.
No. Maybe.
Oh. Okay. So, where's Waldo?
Waldo is hiding from us in a magical part of Lake Como, Italy.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Definitely jealous.
I just saw a picture yesterday of Lake Como. It came across my Instagram feed, and I was thinking, I bet that's where Waldo is.
Very true. Very true. Would you rather cook or order in?
Cook.
You sing in the shower.
Yes. That's where I make up a lot of songs that I write. And then I have to get out of the shower wet and pull my phone and get the memo and sing the thing in there. I just did this past week, like 3 times. I kept having to, like, it was taking me forever to finish my shower because I kept having these ideas. I hope they turn into something.
I think we're going to have to create a really good memo, waterproof thing, like,
Right?
smart something in there. I'm pretty sure
Right.
that's what we need. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boots or heels?
Oh, that's hard because I usually wear boots with heels.
There you go. That works.
Platforms specifically. That's my jam right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's the best thing since sliced bread?
The best thing since sliced bread has to be
No, this is a hard question.
no. Well, actually, lately, my wife has started making me home this oatmeal in the morning. And it is the most delicious. This is so random, but it is so delicious. And I had been having a little piece of bread with peanut butter on it, but I opted out of that because her oatmeal is so good. And it's just steel cut oats, but she mixes a little peanut butter. She mixes a little honey. She does that thing. So for me right now, the best thing since sliced bread is Deborah's homemade oatmeal.
Wonderful. We're going to have that in the recipe book when we come out with that in 2 to 3 years. So it's all ready to go.
Yes.
Oh, do you have any guilty pleasure music? If so, what is it?
Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber.
Oh, I can see both. Well,
Justin
I can
Bieber
see the Bieber more on. Yeah.
Justin Bieber's a guilty pleasure.
Oh,
for sure.
What's the worst pizza topping?
Anchovies.
I agree.
I cannot with anchovies.
Oh, so if you could be,
say like fruit, but I love Hawaiian pizza.
Oh, with ham and pineapple, or just pineapple. That's been like our pineapple's been one of those you either like it or hate it answers lately. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to keep asking this because it's gonna be a year pineapple or no pineapple.
I love pineapple, but anchovies, no.
Grilled pineapple. Mm-hmm. If you could be any person or any position, like a CEO or lawyer or whatever, who or what would you want to be for the day and why?
I would like to be Richard Branson for the day. And I think because I think he's a really nice person, from what I understand. And he's highly successful doing things that he absolutely loves. So I think that's perfect. Why not?
Ooh.
Hotels, ranches, islands, planes, music, all of it. I'm there.
Absolutely. Who says you have to do just one thing? I don't believe that. Nah.
No.
Are you good at keeping secrets?
Yes and no. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Mostly?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm not telling you anything on here. Because obviously,
look at me trying to convince you that I'm really going to keep it secret. I am, but some things are just too good, and then I say them, and then I think I shouldn't have said that. But if it's somebody's asked me specifically not to tell their secret, I will keep the secret, and I am really good at that. I'll usually say, "Can I tell Deborah?"
Yeah, I think when the secret world, though, with spouses, you're allowed to tell your spouse like that because it usually just stays within the house. It doesn't go anywhere else.
Normally, you would think, but sometimes people are like, don't tell anyone. And then it's like, okay, you're making this difficult. Don't tell me. I have to tell Deborah.
Yeah.
But, most of the time, Deborah doesn't care. She doesn't want to know the stupid stuff that people say.
You're just like, I got to tell you this. She's like, yeah, okay, go ahead.
No.
Oh. At what age did you become an adult?
I mean, are you serious? No, I have not. No, I have not. I wish. I thought I was an adult when I was really young. And I was like, I'm so grown. I don't do any of the stuff that all my friends do. I don't get into the blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like in my 30s and drinking for the first time. And it's like, what? Like I'm all of a sudden reverting back to I'm a child. And then it kind of has perpetually just gone on. But in my defense, my mother is very she's mature, but she's very childlike in some ways. She enjoys Disney World at Christmas time and, acting ridiculous. And that's me.
That's perfect. You never have to grow up.
Yes.
You have to grow old, but you never have to grow up.
True.
If you could win an Olympic medal for any sport, real or fake, what would it be?
Can you win an Olympic medal for horseback riding?
They do have some equestrian stuff, yes.
But isn't it all English, like polo and stuff like that?
I think so, and jumping.
I want to be a barrel racer. I want to win an Olympic award for
barrel racing. Awesome. Yeah. See, that could be a fake one, but whatever. It's actually a real thing, so yeah, it works.
Totally fake that they don't care about barrel racing in the Olympics. But if they did, I would want to win it, and I would want to compete against Reba.
I just want to come and hang out.
She'd probably win, but it's fine.
Yeah. I can't tell you, the last time I was literally on a horse is probably like 20 plus years. Like I have not.
I love me some horses. That's my other love.
Okay. I have one of those steel ones, the motorcycle one. So yeah, I guess it's still something.
Yeah, that's nice too.
Oh, so what do you have coming up for the rest of 2022?
Well, I have a lot of writing to do because I still do a lot of writing for TV and everything. And I'm actually working on a project right now for a product line that is coming out for children. So it's an animated voices kind of deal, and I can't talk about it fully, but I'm very excited about it. So I'm going to be working on that this year, and then I will have more music eventually by me. I've kind of set some personal goals to write by myself a lot, and so hopefully we'll have a project before the end of the year of me doing that. At least 6 songs.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's it.
I'm definitely excited for that.
Yes.
So you'll have to let us know when that comes out. We'll have you on, maybe some live feed time on Facebook or wherever, and
absolutely
present it out. And
that'll be fun. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining me for this episode. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day.
Thank you for having me. I'm sorry that all of my answers were absolutely ridiculous.
And that's what it's about. I wasn't
prepared, even though you tried to prepare me.
It's all good. It's just perfect. It's all about having fun and getting to know you. That's what it's about.
True. So, thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you, friends, for joining us for another episode. Have a great day. If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.